Hello again, my creep freaks, horror heads, and hellions of horror. Welcome back to Father Lock's Favs, Horror Hall of Fame. The story of the babysitter and the killer has been done time and time again. But the killer in this honoree began his killing at the tender age of 6, starting with his sister. My second inductee is John Carpenter's 1978 classic slasher hit, Halloween. Before I go into why I chose Halloween as my second inductee, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit your notification bell, so when I upload new content, you will be notified first. I chose Halloween as my second inductee because, believe it or not, Halloween was an underdog film. Director John Carpenter had no big expectations for Halloween. His only intent was to make a great, entertaining, spooky horror film. But, to his surprise, Halloween became much, much more. Thanks for tuning in once again, and stick by, because now is the time for me to tell you my first experience with this classic slasher hit we all know as Halloween. Okay, let's do this. My first experience with Halloween was on Halloween. I was 9 years of age, and we had just got out of school. School had just let out, and at that time, school let out at 3:15. So I get home, I'm rushing home to get in my costume, this and that, and the other, so on and so forth. So my mom and my dad, they're getting everything ready, getting my bag so I can go out and do our trick-or-treating or whatever the case may be. Go do my trick-or-treating. Got some good candy that year, I must say. Oh God, I don't understand why my memory is as vivid as it is, but I have a very, very, very vivid memory when it comes down to childhood memories and stuff like that. But I'm going to go in. Let me finish. So we go in, and if y'all hear this in the background, that's my little grandbaby, my second grandson from my eldest, you know. So if y'all hear a baby in the background, that's my little noodle, as I call him. His name's Noah, but we call him Toodle Noodle, Chunky Noodle. He's a little chunky. But we get home, and Mom pops popcorn, you know. She telling me, don't eat all that candy, and I'm not gonna eat it all, you know, because I'm not gonna eat it. I'm trying to say. She said, y'all wanna watch something scary, you know? And my dad's like, well, you know, Halloween coming on. So they turn to it, and again, you all, Channel 9 was known for showing Halloween, and this year, they showed Halloween. So, the movie starts, as the only movie or whatever the case may be, and of course, you know, the movie starts with this boy and this girl, you know, and he's going upstairs. I guess they had just made out or whatever the case may be, you know, but you're seeing someone looking into the house. Huh? What's going on? So whatever. Go on, so on, this and then the other, so forth. And all of a sudden, you see the person come into the back door. You see them go into the drawer and get a big, huge, dumb, stupid, dumbass kitchen knife. And then you see them put on, of course, a mask because you're seeing the view of this person who got this knife. Damn kitchen. This kitchen drawer. All of a sudden, the person goes upstairs and you see this girl and she's sitting there and she's brushing her hair and this and that and all. And the music is going, so what's going on? All of a sudden, you hear her say, Michael, and he just start hacking the hell out of this girl. And all I could say was, oh my God, mommy, he's killing her. What the world? In my head, of course, is what the fuck is going on? And then, of course, the killer walks away. The girl falls onto the floor. Of course, she's gasping, blood everywhere. And the person walks outside. And this lady and this man, of course, husband and wife walk up. And they take the mask, and they say, Michael, and they take the mask off. And it's this little kid, this little 6-year-old kid with this clown suit on. So now I'm freaking out because this is a kid. It's Halloween. He just went and killed somebody. So what's going on? So then it gets into fast forward into future time, present day and age of what's going on, in this day and age in the movie or whatever the case may be. And they show you the person, the doctor and the nurse and they're driving in whatever have you in this bus and these patients or whatever the case may be. So happened one of the patients is Michael and he breaks out and he somehow gets a hold to their car, gets on their car if I'm remembering right. It's been a while since I've seen Halloween. I'll probably watch it after they'll do this. So he gets the car, he drives off with the car, whatever the case may be. And they take you to Haddonfield. Now we're getting into Haddonfield. And it's on Halloween. And you see Lori, my favorite. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh my God. I'll probably do a video on her next. Just to think of her. And you see her and she comes out and she's walking and this little boy walk up and he's asking the questions and so on and so on. And then, before that, I'm going a little bit ahead. Before that, her dad tells her, don't forget to drop the keys off at the Myers house or whatever. And she says, I want it so and so because someone's coming to look or whatever the case may be. So then she walks up and the little boy comes up. I guess the little boy she's going to babysit, Tommy Doyle. And he asks another question, this and the other, so on and so forth and so on and that and yeah. And then they get to the Myers house and he was like, you can't go there. They said bad stuff happened there. That's the I think he said the spook house or whatever. And she said, yes, I am. And she goes up, she drops the keys, and you see somebody looking out the window at her. So me, like I said in my previous video, Father Lokk's Faithful Hall of Fame, inducting the Exorcist. And before I go into finishing, let me thank you all for the views and the comments and the likes that my premiere video of Father Lokk's Faithful Hall of Fame, me inducting the Exorcist as my first inductee. Thank you all for showing so much love. I have to say that before I continue. I thank you all so much. I mean, it really made me feel like something. Like I said, I'm not the greatest YouTuber in the world. You know what I'm saying? I very seldom get a lot of views on my video and only got 69 followers, you know what I'm saying? So thank you all so much. I appreciate that. I just wanted to tell you all that and get that out there. Now back to my experience with Halloween. I'm sitting there in my father, and again, you see the person. So, like I said, being wise beyond my years and understanding the story, I knew, it's got to be the person. But at this moment, it can't be still a little kid. So, story goes on, movie getting on, and then the killing starts. all I could think of was, why is he killing? I'm gathering this is the little kid that killed the girl. I'm not knowing, of course, at this point, I'm not finding out it's his sister until later on in the movie, finding out Judith Myers is his sister. And I'm wondering, why are you doing all this? And the way he was killing these people, Michael is relentless. Like the way it's like he kills with no sense of second thought about it, remorse, nothing. It's almost like a wondering to him. I wonder if I do this, what will happen? If I stab you in your throat this way, what vein will collapse? It's like a science project to this dude. So I'm getting freaked out. I'll say this, Halloween didn't frighten me like most horror movies that frighten you. What it did do is it freaked me out on the grounds of going out on Halloween. I watched around myself like I always felt like, and I think it's for the simple fact of now being grown, realizing that Haddonfield is a made up place. It's no Haddonfield, Illinois. But just the fact that to think he's in Illinois, my favorite killer, to show you that I am a horror head to my fucking heart, and just to say that favorite killer who has a favorite killer, but favorite fictional killer. He's fictional. He ain't real. But to have your favorite killer be from where you from, I'm from Illinois. So to see that, it always gave me the thought, he can travel to where the fuck I'm at. Where is Haddonfield? Is that near Chicago? Because at that point I lived in Chicago. Is this near Chicago? He can get on the train, he can get on the bus, he can take somebody's car like he just did and drive his ass in. Why you gonna kill me? You know, so I was freaked out more than anything. So now I was getting into the film, to the scene where yes, it is that scene. It's the scene where the friends thinking about where they're gonna make out, and Annie is watching Lindsay, and Lori is watching Tommy, and she tells Lizzie, you know, she's trying to go pick up her boyfriend for they look, you know. Hey y'all. But they, you know, they for their little rendezvous or whatever. And she tells Lizzie, you know, let's go. She said, no, I want to watch this because they're watching one of the legendary 1960s film, The Thing, which became one of the biggest known John Carpenter films. Speaking of my boy John, sci-fi hit, he remade 1982, The Thing. You know what? I'm not gonna say nothing. But it goes into that scene where they making their rendezvous, and she tells her, let me take you, if I can make it to where you can watch TV. But tell me, would you like to? She said, okay, well, come with me. So she takes her over there to Lori, and she tells Lori, would you watch her? You know, I'll tell Ben Tramer that you can't go to the dance with him because Lori really like him. And under Lori's nose, Annie went and told him that Lori was interested, and now she embarrassed him. Why would you do this, and the other? Well, if you watch Lizzie, why go handle this business right quick? I think about calling Ben Tramer and tell him, you know, whatever. So she agrees or whatever. So Annie leaves, and she, you know, all geeked up, singing a little song, whistling. My paw, I give you all. My paw. You know, she just singing this song like she knows she finna go put down some good puss. Baby. Get to the car. She don't got her keys. She go back to the house. Ah, there you go. She go back to the car. On my paw, I can no longer stall. Like she telling him, I can't stall, baby. I'm on my way. She get to the car. Close the door. Car open. She sit down. She close the door. Then it dawned on her. I just left this car. And the doors was locked. I come back. Door unlocked. I'm in here. Okay, what the fuck's going on? Before she can even process what the fuck going on, backseat, here comes Michael and starts choking the fuck out of her, y'all. Choking. Look at this. Look, y'all see it all around. Look at the video. I'm gonna be y'all choking the fuck out of her, and then all of a sudden, and you hear him like it's a three. What's with the breathing? Like, come on, Mike. Like, what y'all? Like, what's with the heavy ass? Okay, this the 70s. Okay, Sid. Okay, Sid. Enough said. It's said. It's said. This the 70s. Killer, heavy breathing. Hey, I'll take it. He choking the shit out of her. He choking her. He breathing hard. I guess he getting off from it. I don't know. And then he stabs the fuck out of her throat. Boom. And John, I have to give it to John for Halloween to be an underdog film. And what I mean by that is, like I said in the intro to the video, he had no expectations for Halloween. His only intent was to make a nice, marketable, scary horror film that the people liked. You know, but for Halloween to become as big as it did, I can only imagine his feeling of, I will never doubt my creations or doubt my talent as a film creator again. And I wouldn't jump after that. After how big Halloween became, and so many different parts, and so many people got their hand into the franchise and made their own versions of it, and so many more, and so on and so forth, and I'll go and watch it every time. And to have no music for your film, and John created his own theme. The music you hear all into Halloween was created by the very director who created it and directed it. And when he stabs her in the neck, that bit, I almost popped one, y'all. Like, I knew I was needing to go white in like 5 seconds. It was gonna be time for me to just go white. Underwear ruined. On to the garbage they go. Just throw the whole bottom half of me away, cause it was finna be done. That used to freak me out. And when he appeared at let me just say, y'all. And then another scene that really bothered me out of a lot of the scenes, going into the scenes, because I'm going to go into a few of them, is when Linda and her boyfriend gets through doing their little deal, because they go back to the house they go back to Annie's house so they can do their deal, while Annie go to Paul's house and do their deal, you know, and Lori be the beautiful, nice, sweet, as they said in the film, Girl Scout she is by being the babysitter and watching Lizzie and watching Tommy. And she tells the boy, go down and get me a beer, or whatever the case may be, so on and so forth, you know what I'm saying? And he goes downstairs, goes to the fridge, gets the beer, and he hears the noise. So he thinks it's Linda playing a trick on him, and he starts searching around. And then he turns around and says, all right, come on out. And Michael Myers comes out and grabs him by his throat and rushes him to the wall. And if y'all remember, if y'all seen this, I'm sure y'all seen it. And if not, it's the Halloween season. Definitely worth the watch. The perfect namesake movie for the Halloween season. But he rushes him to the wall by his throat. And when he get him on the wall, he lifts this boy up, one hand strong arm, and rises him off of the ground with one hand. You talking about some aggression, some anger. I don't know what made him so angry. Of course, you see other films. But see, we gonna talk about John, because this is John's baby. This is John Carpenter's creation. So we gonna stick to John. John don't put that out there, all the stuff that everybody said about, okay, I have to mention him in order to say what I'm gonna say. The Rob Zombie version of Halloween, with Michael Myers in that version being 9 years of age. Okay, 9 years of age. Then his mom being a stripper, his sister being the neighborhood whore, his stepfather being this dick that kept abusing him and mistreating him and this and that and the other. I can understand that driving you to be an angry person, you know what I'm saying? Or have a little bit of tension about yourself. But I don't think that's enough said to make you just start killing and never stop. Like, it went because you can't tell me, and I'm not discrediting Rob Zombie. I love him as a film creator and a director. He has some great box office hits, and I really do like what he did with Michael Myers. I like what he did with the first one. The second one, I don't understand. It messed my man up, and but I can understand him trying to give a reason to why Michael killed. But see, when you do that, in my opinion, as me being a person who loves film, studied film, wanting to be a film director myself, what you don't know makes it more frightening. Given that much information, this takes away from the shock factor of him killing, because you then gave it a backstory. The only backstory that John ever gave Michael Myers was the fact of him being Laurie's sister. I mean, him being Laurie's brother, her being his sister. I'm sorry, Michael Myers. I just made you Michelle Myers, right? That's the only thing that John has ever did as far as giving Michael a backstory, is he made Michael Laurie's brother. That's it. That's enough backstory, because then it elevates the fear factor. It elevates the surprise in the killing, and then it also on a level of, why you trying to kill your sister? What she do to you? You know what I'm saying? Why you trying to kill her? You know, she don't even know you. You know, and if she has any recollection of you, she doesn't, because obviously she has no idea who you are, but you know who she is. And what's the purpose that you want to kill her? That's more frightening. It gives your mind more to come up with your own come up with your own reasons of why. Your own imagination, and gives your own scenarios. It helps, it makes the story more better. It actually makes it more deeper for you in a level of fear, because you've placed your own fear upon it, because you had to use your own mind to figure out why. You see what I'm saying? If y'all understand what I'm saying, if that makes sense to y'all, I hope it do, because I really wanted to. But for him to create the film, and for him to put the music to the film, and all the little trinkets and binkets and stuff, but to go on into it, he pulls this boy one arm and then take the big kitchen knife and drives it through the boy and leaves him hung on the wall. But that's not what creeped me out. What really fucked with me, y'all, is when he looked at him and then he do the dog trying to comprehend what the hell going on. That's psycho to me. That you just killed this boy the way you killed him, number one. And number two, even you yourself is trying to process. Right, you yourself trying to process the kill. That's why I'm good with the backstory, with everybody doing the backstory. It elevates his kills, it elevates the feel, and I think John knew what he was doing with this. But I mean, I'll say unknowingly knowing what he was doing with this, for you to have low expectations for the film, or that I won't say low expectations, not really trying to do no big box office phenomenon. Just wanted to get some attention, and got more attention than you thought you ever would. Kudos to you, John. This is why I am inducting your 1978 original classic slasher hit Halloween as my second inductee into Father Lokk's Faves Horror Hall of Fame. You had to go into Halloween. Beyond the fact that Halloween is my favorite holiday, hands up and down, and the fact that the movie is my favorite Halloween season film to watch other than my first inductee, The Exorcist. It just, the way it looks outside is the same way it looks in the film. The trees are bare, leaves all over the place. You're seeing people with pumpkins in their windows, jack-o'-lanterns everywhere, and just the darkness and the whole way that the trees look like crimpled fingers, like they can reach out and grab you. It just, in the weather, the wind blowing, and the dampness of the rain, it just all fit perfect for the film and the Halloween season itself, for all of us who enjoy Halloween and love it as much as I do. And just to know he had to try to process his own reason for killing this boy. That, yes. And then on to another scene that really, really bothered me is when, it's the scene right after that, when he goes back upstairs and he got the sheet over him like a ghost, and this boy glasses on. And Linda think it's him playing the joke with him. Here, what's going on, so and so. And she questioned him and he's not answering. Well, are you going to answer me? And he doesn't answer, and this and the other. And she gets pissed at her, like, okay, did you playing games? Now I don't got time for this. I'm going to call Lori and see what's going on with Annie. I haven't heard from her. What's going on? She gets the phone, and slowly he starts creeping up behind her. Slowly creeping up behind her. And then that's when you hear the dun. He knew what little things to do that would draw you into like this sense of dread, this sense of what is he finna do? You want to know, but you want to turn away because you don't know how gruesome it's finna be. And then he grabs Linda and he takes this phone cord and wraps it around her neck and choke her out. Chokes her right out. And for me, it's like, what is his deal with choking the fuck out of him? Like, Michael don't got no problem with choking him a motherfucker the fuck up. He chokes her the hell out with his telephone cord. And all I'm thinking in my head is, it's just ongoing. It's never going to end. It's just never going to stop. All the while I'm looking at my parents, my mom was like, you know, of course, remembering and recanting the thoughts of going to see it when she was the little girl and going actually to the movies to see it with my dad. I'm sitting there, mouth dry. I'm holding both of them, every little thing, and I'm just like, I hope nothing in the world happens to me that ever make me want to kill people like this. Like, I know I get angry, and everybody do, but I hope nothing like this ever happened to make me want to just run around and just off folks like this. And then it started to get into Lori starting to wonder, okay, what's going, basically. And she goes over to Annie's house. And, you know, she's calling for everybody, this and then the other. And she gets upstairs and she sees this room. And there's a light beaming through a half, you know, slightly open door. You slightly open. And she walks up and she opens the door only to find Annie in the bed with Judith's headstone on top of the bed. And she's stretched out in like a cross, and there's a pumpkin lid in the room. And just to see a grave that says Judith Myers, I think that was his way of trying to tell Lori who she was. I killed my sister, or trying to give a reference to, you're my sister too. Like, I killed Judith. Of course, he couldn't dig up Judith's body. So to put Annie's body there gives you the reference of Judith. And to see her headstone right there, Judith Myers, I just don't think I don't know. I really, to my soul, always have tried to pick and analyze what was his purpose of getting Judith's headstone and put, you know, I don't know. Maybe it was just something John wanted to throw in there. Worked for me. And she backs up and another body just comes swinging down. At this point, I'm just, emotions is just, my nerves was just on a million. My nerves were just shot. Just let me say that, y'all. My nerves were shot. Because it's like it was ongoing. Soon as you see that, I'm already freaked out. There's the bed, this dead girl, there's the tombstone, it's his sister's tombstone. So obviously, he in here somewhere. Then this boy swings down and he's dead. Then she walks over, then another closet door pops over, then another one of her friends is dead. It's like, what on earth is going on? Like, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? So then she walks out and she's screaming, and she's standing up against the wall and she's crying, and then you just see an image of Michael come out the darkness, his mask. I was 9. I'm 9, y'all. It's night, it's Halloween. I gotta go to bed, y'all. Let Father Lokk just tell y'all, bedtime was not a good time for me for a long while, because the chase scene did it for me. When she breaks away from him and he's chasing her, y'all, and she get back to the house where the kids at, and Tommy and them sleep, and she don't got the kids, and she beating on the door. Tommy open the door, it's me. And of course, the child not knowing what's going on, he gets up and goes, you know, he's slow. Okay, here I come. And Michael just coming. He walking, he taking his time, but he slowly getting up on it, and still like this door not open. I just know he was gonna kill her. It was. But my favorite scene is the ending scene. When Dr. Loomis get there and start finding them rounds in Michael. It's the scene where he choking Lori, she gets away, and Dr. Loomis comes upstairs, he got his gun, and he fires a shot at Michael. He falls, you know, he bags back, his mask comes out, he put his mask back on, and he just keep firing him. He fire him all the way out there on that balcony. He goes over the balcony. And you hear Lori crying, and she says, it was the boogeyman. And Dr. Loomis says, as a matter of fact, it was. And he goes and looks over this balcony, and Michael is not there. He just fired 6 rounds into him. He's still back. And you could tell by Lori breaking down crying that she had an idea. And that he's still somewhere around. And all of a sudden, it starts to pan throughout the neighborhood. And you hear him standing off somewhere. You know he's standing off somewhere because you hear him breathe. Like he is the most deranged person in the world with a lung infection and got asthma. That breathing is unnecessary, and it just used to bother me. Like, why do he gotta breathe like that? And when the film went off, my mom was the first somebody to say, "Did you like it?" I didn't even know how to respond because I was just completely freaked out. It freaked me out. Like I said, Halloween didn't terrify me or have me like super duper scared, but I was freaked out. Like, I know he's around somewhere. He in Illinois. He can get in a car. He can get on a bus, a train. He can come here. He could be out here right now. Because it was that realistic to me as a child and feeling like from him being from Illinois, he could come. So I was scared to look out the window. That's the only thing that I was scared to do. When I was in my bedroom, I would not look out the window. I don't care if I heard whatever noise outside the window. As long as I didn't hear it inside where I was at, I didn't give a fuck what was going on. Let me just tell you. So that was Father Lokk's experience with John Carpenter's Halloween. And I just had to induct Halloween into the Father Lokk's Faves Horror Hall of Fame. So thank you all once again for tuning in and being with me as I induct my second inductee. So hopefully you'll be with me when I induct my third inductee into Father Lokk's Faves Horror Hall of Fame. But until then, thank you so much. Keep yourselves protected. Keep being great. And thank you so much for what you are to me and what you will become to me. And thank you so much for being a part of my Locked and Loaded Hellfire Productions Father Lokk's Horror House family. I love y'all, my creep freaks, my hellions, and my horror heads. Until next time, babies. I love y'all. Let me start.